James River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, hey. 180. Sit on. 180. What is it? Sit on.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
At the 30-yard line.
Report. Sit on. What? Sit on. 180. Sit on.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They push it back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, hey. Sit on. Go.
Now Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 44 yards.
13.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Jaguars had a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
180. What is it? Sit on.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 4-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, Ozzie. Get on.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Hey, Alpha, sit right. Alpha.
Here's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
It's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
It's the score, Texans 7, Jaguars nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Hey, look at the defense for these Texans.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together.
And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. 118. Outside.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
What? Tony. Hey, Uno. Look the hot.
Here's Stroud.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays.
Touchdown! Jalen Noel, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Middle.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Alrighty.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the Texans' 33-yard line.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
quick. Ready?
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well, Swarm.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Jaguars nothing.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Middle.
And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Right here. Middle.
Jackson.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Jackson now. And Thomas has it. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play that time for Jacksonville. 42 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Brian Thomas
from 13 yards out.
And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Tony.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
What?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
59 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Running
game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and 8.
Thirteen. 180. Go ahead. Sit on.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Yo.
Going quickly out to the right side. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
180.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Hey, report.
Throwing is Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
At the 43-yard line.
You change it.
To throw is Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Jackson will throw again. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this 1st half. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go, let's go. 118, what's that?
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Oh, ready? 118, what's that?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 22 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and a yard.
Oh, ready? 118, what's that?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Pushing his way through. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Oh, ready? 118, what's that?
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Texans just continue to roll.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll look to throw again.
Jackson going to keep it.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. To throw again is Jackson. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Now Lamar changing the play.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it.
At the 3-yard line. A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
And now an audible here into something else.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Lamar Jackson with career touchdown number 60.
And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
We're all about the numbers, aren't we?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
3rd down.
All right. 118. What's that?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Don't shout it, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't get like your birthday. You'll find me in the club. Mama, I got what you need.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense is really struggling. 2nd and 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Jackson going to keep it.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Ready? Ready, shot! Ready! Ready, shot! You at X.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Shut up! Ready! Ready, shot! You. Go. Ready! Ready, shot! Ready! Ready, shot!
Again, Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Get on! Ready!
Now it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ready?
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Ready, shot! Middle. Shot!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll take this one down to the 36.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
2nd and 14. Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. So he stopped for no gain. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Here's Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
He'll try to do it himself.
And this is caught. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
And Jackson throwing once more. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football, you often find good running lanes.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.